Hi guys, how you doing? We have this beautiful new moon in Aquarius. I'm so glad that we're able to get together, focus on this energy, because I'm telling you, this new moon Aquarius is moving on, my friends. We had such a huge year of 2022 with the 3 Pluto returns, and this new moon Aquarius caps off that entire year saying we're done with this work, kind of ending things and moving on, because we got to get ready. Things pick up pace as this month progresses. We're going to feel it a lot in February, but March rewrites the entire platform and story again, and we have eclipses starting actually in April. This will be our first eclipse that we have in the sign of Aries. The North Node will, no, it's still going to stay in Taurus, but this is going to now kick off the Aries Libra eclipses. So if this 2022 wasn't enough and all these Pluto returns and Saturn Pluto returns and all this busyness that we did, and the Mercury Mars went retrograde, getting ready to fire up and propel us forward, hold on, you guys, hold on. This is the point where we get to rewrite and plan the future, because it's like we're done. It's like a door is completely shutting and we're moving forward. Let me say hello to you guys. Hi, Paisley, Teresa, Margaret, Just Joy, Wendy, Barbara from Michigan. Hello. Connie B. Holly is getting dinner, you guys. Hi, Dr. Nancy. Deborah Anderson made a live one. Yay. Hi, Jan, Irene, Louise, Marie, Sandy, Tara Love Community, Nancy, Teresa, Electra. Good to see all you guys. Life is a mindset, Lorraine. I'm very happy to see all you guys. And Marjorie, Donna. Whoops, they're just an apple. Jill, Patty. Good to see you guys. Just Julie. Okay, so oh boy, this is really, really good. Let me make sure this doesn't die. So, if you guys are new, welcome to my channel. We are in the middle of a new moon Aquarius, and I do things a little bit differently here than most people use the tarot and astrology and how I integrate them. And I actually gear more towards like astrometeorology mindset when I look at the lunations, okay? So what we're doing here, every single new moon, we powwow together and we write our new moon wishes, our intentions, our contracts, and we do it collectively. How perfect is that? You know, in the sign of Aquarius, which has to do with our friendships, our networks, and humanity and the greater good. And what we do is we write these collective intentions or wishes together. So you're going to need paper, pen. I find that more powerful than, you know, just doing it digitally, because as above, so below, we're taking the influence of the cosmos and we're grounded down here into this beautiful planet. The new moon has reset the energies for this entire lunation. Our bodies are already vibing, have picked up this energy, and so we take that inspiration and we put it to the hands, which are represented by Mercury, and rewrite that down collectively. That it is the most powerful point of focus, in my opinion, creatively, as we're leaving things behind and moving on. So when I write new moon wishes, by default, because it's simplest for me to just write I want, I'm also a Scorpio. I want gets my desire, juices, manifestation stuff going. Taurus, on the other hand, might want to write something else like I have, because you guys, it's tangible. That gets your creative juices going. For a Scorpio, when I write I have, it's rather boring to me, because I'm like, let's create something new. Let's destroy that and create something new, okay? So just use the words that feel most comfortable for you. And I need to talk a little bit let's see, can I turn this on? A little bit about this new moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is that sign that has to do with innovation, technology. It has to do with our genius insight, kind of those downloads that we get from the universe. Aquarius, ruled by Saturn, its modern ruler is Uranus. That has to do with kind of that Einstein genius interpretation of ideas and non-physical energy, creating something new, being on that leading edge. This has to do with our friends and our networks, our highest goods, our innovation, how science, electronics, the greater good. Here the sun shines in Aquarius. It is opposite the sign Leo, which is ruled by the sun. So we also have Saturn in Aquarius, and in this combination, you can kind of say that's like the king killer when you look at these combinations together. But the reason why we are moving on so powerfully is because there's several things that are happening here. Yesterday, where the sun, oh my gosh, you guys, it was one Aquarius with the moon. Okay, so it's right at the beginning of the sign of Aquarius. It happens to be opposite exactly dark moon Lilith, because that is 1 degree Leo. This is all the abandonment, the pain, the protest, the heartbreak over people who, are getting hurt, murdered, killed, with like law enforcement. We have all these big protests going on. This is especially powerful because of this dark moon Lilith. This is the abandonment. This is just being left for dead. This is being assaulted, the abuse, everything. This sun-moon combination is not only opposite that, it is in square to the October 25th, 2022 new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio that was 2 degrees Scorpio. And that was a really heavy, hard, powerful month, okay? So we've got this tension here with this T-square activating a lot of pain, digging up things from the underworld, the things that are usually taboo, the things that are kind of mysterious and people like to try to hide. If you're trying to hide money, this is where you're doing it as well, especially with criminal intent. So it's activating all of this eclipse energy. So this is really, really, really powerful stuff. Right now, as we're going live, this moon is 17 degrees Aries, which would be opposite degree 17 degrees Leo. Really important here because we're moving on into kind of the new era. It's like we finally broke free from all this stuff from 2020 through 2022. And I'll explain that in a second. So the moon is 17 degrees Aquarius. The moon represents the people. Back in 2020, we had kind of what kicked off that year of hell and so much stuff going on. In January 2020, we had the Saturn-Pluto conjunction at 22 degrees Capricorn, okay? The moon that day, I'm done with that one too. Goodbye. We're moving on. The moon that day was 17 degrees Leo. Leo represents a leader. President Zelensky, his moon is actually at 17 degrees Leo. This is why he is so at one with the people and the people are at one with him. Because Leo embodying the leader, the moon embodying the people. So today, 17 degrees Aquarius, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction has really been at the helm. It's been at the reins for a couple years in deciding how we rewrite world power, world structure, and governments. It can be from the local level to the state, national, and international level. This has restructured everything. Those were the leaders. But now we have the people here who have a say in how we're moving on. I need a card. The people are saying, all of us here, we're moving on. The people are saying we are moving on. We are moving on. When we are pumped up, fired up, we are moving on. The Queen of Wands. The people are saying we're moving on with how we lead, how we want to be led. The Five of Swords, strength. Oh, that is, what am I going to use this for? I had to insert this extra card because here, it's that's supposed to be top. Dream, the influence we have and connect and how we win the race. Okay? And with the Five of Swords and the strength, it's kind of like no holds bar. We are taking charge here. Opposite, leadership. Leadership has been doing this. Our nation has had, our leadership has been very supportive of the people. But the Eight of Swords, Seven of Wands, the Magician, but there's still this tension, this Eight of Swords, this nightmare that we're still dealing with from the past and how we're always having to fight back, and then something gets manipulated or we get the rug pulled out from underneath us. I'm thinking about Roe. So the people are saying we're moving on, and yeah, the universe is saying, yes, we are moving on. Okay, so what are we moving on from? This is why this new moon is so important. Like, I almost can't wrap my head around it. So, 2022, whoops, was the year of USA Pluto return. It happened 3 times. It happened in February, July, and then at the end of December. Pluto is what is transforming our nation. It's the death and destruction with some things and how they operate in our government. Thank goodness President Biden took office, you know, just ahead of this Pluto return, because it's like everything gets rewritten under his terms because he's the leader. But we're still in this Pluto return because this happened on February 20th. We're in this until like February 20th, 2023, okay? So we still have this window here of things transforming, but for the most part, because when we had our first Pluto return, well, the Capricorn new moon in 2022, and then the Capricorn new moon in 2023, they were like the bookends for this, okay? And I love that what they did here then was to really stabilize things and really contain all of the transformation that was going on. Show me our Capricorn new moon, the setup for our Pluto return 3 times. So this is how we were set up with that, okay? With our first Pluto return. We were like babies. We were at the end of a cycle, like the old USA 2.0 was coming onto the scene, but even older USA original was dying. The door was closing. The door was closing all year, okay? So then we had our Pluto return number 1, number 2 in July, and then here at the end of December, I just felt a lot of laughter and celebration around that. And then we had our new moon Capricorn, which bookended these things, okay? So coming in hot and heavy, there's a war that started. Our Pluto return, February 20th, Putin invades 2 days later. Thank God it was after our Pluto return, because POTUS rewrote basically the whole playbook. Everything got rewritten, and it clobbered Russia's military, because this dark 27-degree mark with this Pluto return is where their dark moon Lilith is, which happens to be in the area of their military. I don't know how he recovers. It's impossible, even cosmically. So the Five of Cups, the Dream card and influence. Okay, so do you see what's happening here? This year of USA Pluto return, things coming in hot and heavy. A lot of fighting, whether it's abroad or even at home, having to deal with a bunch of stuff all at once. This Five of Cups, this is like the Russia-China card, where they come in, do a lot of damage here, and leave us something else. A perfect example would be like that Bits Lotto guy who flew into Kennedy Airport, hello, this cup, in October 2022, did a bunch of transactions. He did hundreds of transactions from end of December into January, which traced back to Wagner, you guys. That's why he was here. And he was in Florida. He was supposed to make an exit out of Florida, but he got arrested. But he is a Russian national who lives in China and is in charge of all the dark money. Okay? So it's all of that stuff. All year we had to deal with that because here's your influencer, whether it's that guy, that Antonoli, whatever his name is, the Dare Catch, the spy group. This could be Jared. It could be Mike Flynn. And their exchanges, their exchange rates, their quote charity, okay? This is what this whole year was about. We saw a lot of that. Are you with me? How are you guys doing? 123 in chat, 67 thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. Hi, you guys. Hi. Hi, empty nester. We the people moving on. Yep. Yes, happy birthday to our Aquarians this month, okay? So, when we started this, our first new moon in Capricorn, Seven of Swords, this showed up with President Biden all summer long while Attorney General Merrick Garland was overseas this summer with the Two Swords, Two Wands. What was stolen? What was taken? This is also kind of, I think, the handoff of the Dare Catch spy network, like handing off like instructions or intelligence to people here to finish, take up that last leg and finish whatever job needs to be done. The challenge, Trump Tower. The challenge, Mar-a-Lago. The challenge, all of these institutions, whether they were U.S. institutions that these guys were stealing from and trying to break apart, but or us trying to get ahead of their game. That's what that first new moon Capricorn. Then we had the Pluto return number 1 in February, the Queen of Wands. How about that? This is what we the people are looking for, a new type of leadership. The old leadership. This usually shows up for the Russia. So this turned Russia on its head. They always said it was a superpower. It is still the second most powerful army in Ukraine. Destroyed Queen of Wands, that type of leadership. In July, our second Pluto return, death, trying to end this stuff. End it all, make a change. This is the challenge. This death card showed up all over the place with our last third quarter moon related to the Bits Lotto and the Wagner and everything else going on like with NATO. So in July, we were getting prepared to make these massive changes. And then our last Pluto return, the Knight of Pentacles, aha, it not only is the mercenary, but this is also all the nations, NATO, everyone who've worked very hard over a very long time, deliberately, step by step. DOD Austin is coming to mind, and our offer and support to Ukraine with all that they need. And then we had our last new moon Capricorn bookending this. the Hermit. We have all of this under investigation. We have seen the entire field and what's going on. And this is my yes card. And yes, it's a point of contact, a new start for my hair. The Ten of Cups. I think this is the Republican Party, you guys. Tell me more about this Ten of Cups. Going back to the past, the Six of Cups, Donald's tax returns. We've got China, Russia, and who's talking to who. We've got a trail of data and money and crypto and the people. We've got the evidence. You guys, we have the evidence. This is what the last new moon Capricorn did. It pulled all of that in. We've got the receipts. We know who they are, and we know how they trigger the timing of certain bad things. Okay. That's what our Pluto return year was like. It has been bookended. It is complete. And why is it complete? It is because at this new moon Aquarius, yesterday and today, we have the Venus-Saturn conjunction at 24 degrees Aquarius today. This is very interesting to me. It is sending a really weird angle to 24 degrees Cancer, which is like the most vulnerable point for Don Julio with his money and how he protects it. This whole time, this whole lunation, this degree is irritating that. And it's got Saturn and Venus there, which are basically inseparable. They have united. They are one. Nobody can get in here and finagle with it and mess with it and try to separate it. It's done. Venus is at, Saturn is a planet, a sign of death and ending, a separation from. So it's like Venus is here saying, oh, we're done in this humanitarian sign. Notice Saturn, death, ending, separation. Who's here first to reset what we're going to do about our values and our money, our incomes, and our substance? It's Venus. This reminds me of the divine feminine so much in that she gets to step out first and state what the terms are going forward. It's really cool. The other reason why I know it's an ending is because this first Pluto return, Venus and Mars were conjunct at 19 Capricorn. This is such a harmonious agreement, the yin, the yang, the complementary fashion of being in love and that synergy of oneness and working together to start off a new cycle. That happened right before our Pluto returns. And it's like Venus has moved on. These terms are over with. We are going into the new, okay? And we have this Mars still at 8 degrees Gemini. It's been here for like a week. Same with Mercury. They both are firing up at the same time. They're both going direct. And this air sign here really is already trining the sun-moon combination, and everything gets whipped forward. Does that make sense? It's a lot of information, but I just want you guys to understand we are on such a huge, huge precipice of something brand freaking new. We are moving on. Those guys are left behind. They're kind of grasp at straws, but knows that cosmically they're not in it anymore. We're rewriting the terms. We're moving on. Does that make sense? Hi, Magdalena. Hi, Paisley. Hi, Juno. Hi, Connie. It's a Virgo. I buffered. Ugh. Hi, Marby. Hi, Pammy. Hi, Gretchen. Carol. Alicia. Okay, so, hi, Love Mother Earth. Alicia, yes, we are uplifting to another, and the feminine gets to write those terms. I will also let you know USA Moon is 27 degrees Aquarius. She's got all of this is happening ahead of her, where the moon is right now. This is happening in between. At the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, Venus was at 28 Aquarius. So it's like Venus has the back of the people. It's kind of really amazing. Okay, so we got to get writing. Okay, all you divine feminines, give me some ideas. I'm going to grab some cards. But if you think about the divine feminine, moving on, we the people, to something new, our neighborhoods, our communities, our digital lives, our digital media, our digital friends, family. Where are we moving to? I'm trying to think of where this all is in the USA chart. I surprisingly don't have one with me. But so what I'm going to do, let me see. I'm gonna, where's my, I'll move to the big whiteboard, but for now I'm going to stick right here. I did the charts. I've done most of the charts for most locations. I am telling you, I have to tell you this one thing. Holy cow. Rusher Pooty is effed. Same is Mar-a-Lago, Trump Tower. Whatever has been building up the last couple weeks for the Rusher, they are done. There's a vision I've been having, and I was like, I'm not going to tell them because I was a little freaked out. But that was like during Mercury, Mars retrograde, and everything's backwards then. But as you guys know, for like the past year, I had that vision where I think after the war started, and it's like late afternoon, and there's like a big lagoon or the sea, like a Eurasian sea. And there were a lot of boats in there. And I was first seeing like a body in the water near big, giant yachts, like oligarch yachts, face down, everybody ignoring it. But then as time went on, it was just that body in the lagoon at the harbor, but now all the boats were gone. And then recently, I can't recall the details on this. I know it was during one of the lives. But it was like that body then, the sun is setting more and more. But then I think I was doing cards on Putin. But it was like that body was rolled over. It was him. And I think there was like some blood around his mouth. But anyway, since then, it's still been there. And he doesn't have a shirt on. He's got like camo pants on. So lately, it's like, around the hour, around sunset, after sunset. And now it's kind of like gray. There's no sun. But then I started to see him like get up and stand up. Not that he's walking on water, but he's like standing up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, was this a total, has he been faking it all the time? I'm like, he's been a faker. I've been like so upset. I'm like, how could this vision be like this? But I think this was during the Mars-Mercury retrograde when I was saying these guys are going to get their mojo back, come up with a plan that they think is going to save them. It's not going to work out. So lately, now he's like standing up, but now he's facing towards where the sun has set. There's like big mountains in the background, kind of. But now he's just kind of standing up and kind of like gazing that way. But now this is all gray. It's like where there's mountains and there's a gray sky, and you can kind of, it's hard to tell where one begins and ends. And the lake now looks like black gray. It's just all this color gray. But his substance, he's like become an outline. And now he's just like evaporating. It feels just very Neptunian to me. So that's where this is. And my gosh, the charts as of late have been unbelievable. Okay. Oh boy. Lots and lots of ideas. Okay. So that's going on. Okay. We're going to start off with Tarot Love. Tarot Love has some all caps And the word grubby stands out to me because I always say your fat, grubby finger, hands off. So what does she say here? She's like, I want the Republicans to keep their grubby, greedy, cruel mitts off the SNAP programs. Okay. I want a totally secure, abundant, seamless SNAP program for all kids, families, and for school lunch programs to continue year round. I want SNAP, Social Security, Medicare. Here we go. We're going to the big board, you guys. And I've got a real candle. I need to move far out of the way. Okay. Where did we leave off? Here we go. Medicare, totally protected and impervious to GOP deceptive, deceitful planning and theft of funds for them, donors, for so-called lie of job creators and trickle down. We are moving on. Trickle down is D-O, dead on arrival. Okay. I want the Republicans to keep their grubby, greedy, cruel mitts off the SNAP programs. I want a totally secure, abundant, seamless SNAP program for all kids, families, and for school lunch programs to continue year-round. Oh, you guys are so good. I can just feel the ferocity in your writing right now. I want SNAP, Social Security, Medicare, totally protected and impervious to GOP deceptive, deceitful planning and theft of funds for their donors for so-called lie of job creators, trickle down. We are moving on from trickle down. Moving on. Trickle down is dead on arrival. Tax cuts for wealthy is dead on arrival. No more theft of funds, be it U.S. Postal Service, education. What else do they steal from? They steal from so much. I want all of our public funds and programs to thrive, expand, and have totally brilliant, qualified people leading, developing, and assisting the masses forever and ever. Infinity. So no more theft of funds. The tax cuts for the wealthy are done. They're dead. We're moving on. No more theft of funds from the Postal Service, the education. All those agencies like that. We're getting to EPA. I heard you. I just heard you guys yell EPA. Got it. I want all our public funds programs to totally expand and have the best, most brilliant, qualified, creative people leading, developing, and assisting the masses forever and ever, because that is our birthright, right? Right? Okay. Okay, where am I? Okay. Okay. Patty, I want accountability for all the wrongs. Real awareness and positive changes for more people to be open to this kind of information. Okay, I like that. This was going to work really beautiful because accountability has to do with the scales of justice, which is an air sign in Libra. Oh, wow. We need to see where this accountability is going. Okay, so accountability. (14 Libra). This is USA Saturn and stability. I want stability, clarity, and efficiency, and decisive action by justice, FBI, ASAP. However, we do want to protect our counter espionage investigations because it's all pulled together. USA scales of justice. USA scales of justice. Ooh, you look good. The scales of justice, the lovers. I'm also getting Venus-Mars from our first Saturn-Pluto conjunction. This is the harmony that Venus-Mars has. Libra, the scales of justice. They've been, we really want that to be tempered. But this is a clear, fierce agreement in knowing who's in, who's out, and accountability. The piece I want to look at is because at this new moon Aquarius, it was stunning to me. Like the one thing that Russia's dealing with, you know, the rising sign of a chart in the East. This is what gives you life. When you took your first breath and they said, you were born at this time of the day, you took your first breath. That's the time we use to cast a chart, and we look at the sign coming up in the East because that's what gives you life. That's how you meet the world. This has to do with, you know, the vitality of your physical body, okay? So, these lunations, this new moon lunation in Russia, what's giving them life this week is 14 degrees Libra. USA Saturn is all over them. There goes my throat. There goes my throat. Oh my gosh. You guys know that when I'm hovering over something, there goes my throat. This is what you are going to wake up every single day to. USA Saturn and the reset with the Venus-Saturn conjunction. We're done. We're moving on. But the other thing at 14 degrees Libra, this is Donald's Chiron. The wound, his pain. Donald's biggest wound he's had to heal all his life has to do with the United States of America and her scales of justice in our Constitution. Hello. And he also has this asteroid Juno, which represents marriage. So he like needs a partner that feels his pain to attack our scales of justice. So that just tells you Donald, he's always been on the wrong side. But in this new era, new moon Aquarius, Russia, knock knock, land shark. This is what they're dealing with. Wait. And we're going to do Donald because it also has to do with accountability for all, because they're just one and the same. These cards did not want to come out. It's like they want to hide in that little gross box. Okay. Yes, Nancy Libra can have issues. They're just seesawing, hemming and hawing, and that indecision can get difficult. We're moving on. Russia. How do you like me now? 14 Libra on the ascendant. What does this mean? It means the rest of the month you have to deal with this. Oh, man. It just feels like every day waking up to a steamroller, rolling over. Donald's Chiron there, Don Holio. And he's married to it with Russia. Am I going to do this? It's a delicate situation. Again, we're talking about balance of assets, balance of things, trying to make the best decision. Ooh, boy, look at those raging waters back there. I feel like they're trying to get, like Russia's trying to get more weaponry, more stuff, just can't really get there. 10 of Swords, you're toast, you're done. It's the end of the road. The 2 of Wands, there's a new plan happening. This is Russia waking up to 14 Libra every single day. We're done here. We need a new plan. Again, this guy is always trying to rewrite what plans he has. Because this whole month, the Russia with USA Saturn, this is the devil. They're all over your crypto plans. We're all over your Wagner. Wagner is compromised. His agreements that he has to carry this out with the King of Pentacles, someone with money and data and support. He is getting cut off from money, support, data, and agreements he has using this devil everywhere. Yeah, that's kind of awesome. Don Holio, meanwhile, this is his wound. He wants to go all out and win. He's stuck at this 5. He's stuck with the mobster. He's stuck with the mob because they're running into the law. Running right into S.C. Smith, the law and the rules. And so that's his wound because he keeps having to run into the laws, Chiron. And he's married to all the mercenaries, all them darn mercenaries. They're out of money. And it relates to the Russia. He can't fulfill Russia's promises. You guys, this is what's on the horizon. I swear to God, Donholio and Pooty goes, it's like the world is free. So we want accountability. Can you show, final outcome. I swear to God, these are his tax returns. We've seen everyone who's involved in those tax returns. So, what are we doing here? I am telling you, S.C. Smith, I feel like every time I tune into his energies, he's like always running, like he's in this marathon, and I like every block I go around, there he is, he's coming up, he's got this stuff, and he's handing something off to someone else, someone gives him a glass of water to drink, but it's like he's running with a briefcase. He's all over this. I want total, transparent accountability for all the corruption and transnational crime and enterprises and organizations that have plagued USA global safety. I want everyone involved in trafficking, smuggling, illegal arms, illicit drugs, caught, jailed, and a lot of this is actually going on right now, jailed, and for those criminals to do the right thing for the greater good and humanity, and embrace being the snitch and out them all, and all those related to U.S. global politics and dark money theft. Okay? So we want a total about accountability. We want total transparent accountability for all the corruption and transnational crimes and enterprises and organizations that have plagued the USA global and global safety. I want everyone involved in trafficking, smuggling, illegal sales of arms, illicit drugs in drugs coming into our system. I think about fentanyl. I want all of them caught and jailed, and for those criminals caught and jailed to do the right thing, be inspired for the greater good, be inspired by Aquarius for humanity, do something innovative and right, and be the rebellious person that is going to be the most awesome snitch ever and totally out them all, and all those in U.S. global politics and dark money, and end the war in Ukraine, because it's all related. It's Putin, all them, they need this war to stay out of jail and to keep their smugglers complicit, because when you watch Wagner and their sledgehammers, that's how they intimidate them. How are you guys doing? Let's see. I want evil removed. Okay, so Pluto, we had these Pluto returns. Pluto also represents the fight between good and evil. Pluto prevails. We are still in this, we just got a little bit left of this Pluto stuff, about a month left. The god of the underworld. I want to be empowered with the best strategies to relax, decompress, de-stress, and to release my deep attachment. Oh, what is this about? To only being satisfied by like DOJ, FBI, by the way I think it should 100% be done since 2015. Since 2015, you guys, we all know they should have been jailed back then. We've all had this idea of what's going on. We all see right in the open how laws are being broken, the pain and torture, this ongoing, won't stop train wreck. And we all have these deep desires that now have been hardwired into our nervous systems because we have these huge reflexive reactions. This is what I'm trying to temper, not the content. These huge reactions on how we think these things should be done. We wake up every single day thinking this is the day and this is how they should do it. That we have to let go of that past, because we're moving on, because there's a new game plan, okay? We're not doing that old playbook. That old has worked very well. Remember, we bookended this year on how things are being done. It's been extraordinarily productive. We have to release our expectations based on that old playbook because it is going to come together in a new way, and we have to be able to foster that new energy of where that's going. Do you got it? So I want to be empowered with the best strategies to relax, decompress, de-stress, and to release my deep attachments to only being satisfied by how I think DOJ, FBI should behave and enforce things since 2015. Does that make sense? I want to shed the old habit of old USA expectations, how this criminal law enforcement form should resolve. I want new vision, new ideas, new inspiration, protecting the greater good that is more efficient, transparent, clear-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to foster this age of Aquarius and humanitarian efforts. Okay, this here is going to gain more traction come March and April, okay? We're just pre-planting the seeds during winter here so that as the ground warms, those seeds will be ready to germinate and start propping through, okay? This must be turned over this winter. I'm getting this so clear. We have to change our expectations, whether it's with this or other things going on in your life. The Venus-Saturn is saying we have to change our expectations, our values. Saturn has our back. It has served us to this point, but we are in a new area, in a new world, and this is going to be very painful to try to carry over and bring into the new world, even though it's easier, makes sense, etc., etc., etc. But the new world is not operating from that platform. We need to get more efficient, okay? So I want to shed the old habit of old USA expectations, how this criminal law enforcement thing should resolve. I want new vision, new ideas. Gosh, I just want DOJ and FBI to just fly on this power, because that helps them release the radicalized law enforcement. We do not want to be attached to anyone radicalized in law enforcement, DOJ, FBI, CIA, IC. Got it? We can just merely, it can just dissolve, transmute, and move on, okay? I want a new vision, new ideas, new inspiration, protecting the greater good that is more, and it's more efficient, it's more transparent, it is more clear-eyed, it is more bushy-tailed, it is ready to go, it is ready and easily able to foster this new age of Aquarius, this new age USA version 2.0 efforts. We want to, I want USA to shed this dead weight. It's not working, okay? So in the weeks coming up, catch yourself when you're like, I can't believe blah, 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 blah happened. This is new energy. It is filtering in. That stuff is a sign of the old. And as we stand there frustrated, take a deep breath moment, and move on and remember, oh yeah, we're doing this a new way, and put your energy in that direction. It'll save you. It'll help de-stress. It'll help diffuse that. And I'm telling you, it'll help with anti-aging, because this has aged us so much. You got it? Hi, you guys. Hi, Rob D. Yep, the misogyny to be called out. We're going to get a new row. Marie, I want the hammer. Okay. Electra. Want FBI, Secret Service, military, and every government agency to clean house and be for America, our new America. Yes. And even if there are those who are still in those agencies, to somehow transmute that energy and become brand new again. This year, I can't even imagine for those agencies, thinking back to a year, how much things have, just think about how much stuff has changed in our lives. Just your day-to-day life. Do you realize how much different we are just from 2019? It's insane. We've gone through massive, massive changes. Okay. I think what you're getting at, Electra, I have this in my notes. Finish them. Okay, thanks. That's what I want. Okay. We also have to, because as this goes on, with the eclipse clicks, this whole month leading to the full moon, this is the other reason why you need to de-stress and get away from stressful stuff. This is so hard on the heart. It is so hard on the circulatory system. Venus conjunct Saturn. This will make things crystallize in your body. Venusian things. So if you want to think of like kidney stones or stones, I don't even want to think of tumors, but this is your skin. This has a crystallizing effect on the body in the air signs. Air and the things that we breathe can create some irritants within the lungs. This new moon Aquarius it is so hard on the body. So this is the other thing we have to address individually. Okay? I want to take especially exceptional care of my body. I want to be radically aware of my limitations, risks, moment by moment. This is because for Aquarius, the traditional ruler is Saturn, the thing that is crystallizing. Its modern day ruler is Uranus, which is associated with the circulatory system, the pituitary gland. It is associated with like strokes and heart attacks, sudden accidents. On top of it, we have Mars in an air sign that's gone direct, so it is just going to whip this up faster. We have Mercury in Capricorn that is also shares Saturn as a ruler, earthy sign. So you know what I've just noticed in the past 24 hours since this new moon? I cannot believe how many times I am tripping on something, dropping something. I've noticed it a lot, and it's these are in conjunct. It's a weird angle. It does not sync well for things that are tangible that you need, and with the thoughts that you have and how the momentum in the air and your actions are moving. This Saturn-Uranus is square. Saturn-Venus is square to the North Node and Uranus in Taurus, which is a very stubborn sign. So it's not just you that you have to be careful about. What is going on with my chat box? It's not just you have to be careful about. It is everybody else. It's even being in your home and you're working on a project like with tools. It's like suddenly a handle can break. It's just things can very quickly go. So you want to take especially exceptional care of your body. You want to be radically aware of your limitations and risks moment by moment. I want to do everything I can to keep my blood hydrated. We don't want it sticky. Hydrated. For circulation to flow. And with Venus going into Pisces, Pisces rules oils. Coming off of this conjunction with Saturn, crystallized oils are not good for the body. That I think coagulation. I want to be free of coagulating things in my body and home and spirit and mind, because we're also hitting the Scorpio eclipse clicks, especially to this full moon. You guys, this is really, really hard stuff on the body. Really hard stuff on the body. And I don't know what's going on in Texas. Something's going on in Texas. They had that Neptune sacrifice card in the skies above. I don't know if we're going to get this crazy weird weather again like they did a year ago. Careful. Okay, so I want to do everything. There goes my throat. Oh, gosh, what's going on in Texas? Thank you, Patty, so much. Oh, yes. Paisley, free of toxins. Venus also going into Pisces. Pisces rules toxins and hidden toxins. So there's this chance for toxins, hidden toxins to coagulate and congeal and create a bigger problem. So citrus is in season this time of year. if you can have citrus, I have been craving citrus like crazy. It's all I want. I'm probably going to go leave and go get some like lemons, oranges, and grapefruit. That is excellent for the circulatory system. This is also the lymph system because, we've got Neptune in Pisces as well. And everything changes come March. You guys, this is such an important month to just be planning to get to this new world. We're not going to leap into it next month. This is a process. I know you guys are all very eager to get going, but we are laying a very fine, profound groundwork here as we go on, okay? Yes, Bonnie, we want those people to clean up their air crap space in our environment. Robin, too funny. My daughter called to say the driver's side inside door handle of her car fell off. Well, disengaged in the door, I guess. Yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff like that. Robin, I want my daughter's car to stop falling apart. Snow is coming to Oklahoma Tuesday into Wednesday night. Okay, so seeing this just right here that I've talked about, this is what is going to happen to the weather and the environment wherever you are. So please, yeah, you guys, we're still in trying to tamp down and stick with the basis. So I want to be prepared no matter where I am for weather and unexpected changes. If I want a great stockpile of stuff I need for emergencies. This would be a good time to restock your stockpiles, okay? Time to get a new stockpile of stuff, okay? And, if you don't have a shovel, get a shovel. If you don't have salt and you need to be able to walk outside, get salt. Watch the snow on your roof lines. Watch watch ice, because ice, it's like it's going to take on a bunch of different forms, and people will be like, oh, we couldn't see that. Like if it's, like foggy mist that turns to ice. What is that called? Horror ice. It's like we're going to have a lot of different types of ices, and it's going to be kind of deceptive. It's weird. Okay. I want us to respect Mother Nature and not treat her as a pin cushion. No more fracking. Oh, yes. I just find it very interesting that I want our electrical grid and stations totally secure and impervious to hackers, shooters, etc. The Build Back Better that was passed, which promised all green initiatives, that happened, being implemented. And now what do we have? We have people shooting at the grid. We have people, they're screaming about gas stoves. You get to keep your gas stoves. This is the panic from the oil and gas industry, you guys. That's what that's all about, because they're already noticing that they're losing shares. So we want all of our electricity stations to be safe. I want the best green energies, renewables, to have the best infrastructure, and growth. I want to move on from oil and gas for good. They're done. These groups are not allowed. They're not allowed into this new world. But know that they're dying. They know they're dying, and they're going to put up a big, ugly fight about it. It's going to be stressful. But what are we supposed to do? Yes, recognize that, and then hang on to the new vision and look for new information, new inspiration for what we're supposed to be doing, okay? Charlie C. I want snow in winter and flowers in spring. I do too. Oh, there goes my throat. I want lots of snow. We've had hardly any snow. I know everyone else is getting the weather, and I do not want to complain. We've had a lot of gray, no sunshine. It is so messing with my sense of time because I feel like every single day, no matter what time it is, it's like 4 p.m. because it's just gray. We got a little dusting of snow yesterday. I want more snow. I love snow in the winter because at night, the snow illuminates the light out there. It's like winter can actually be very bright even after the sun sets. How are you guys doing? Yep, that's why they're freaking out. Ruby Moon. Hi, Sharon. Hi, beautiful community. Happy. Oh, Elon Musk things are not good for Twitter, Tesla, or Elon, and all them. And I think Bezos had to leave Amazon. I think it has to do with something with counter-espionage, with Pegasus, like that whole Pegasus thing. The United States, in my humble opinion, we have a counter program we developed because of Pegasus. And those guys, you know, let's just look at that, okay? Just for fun. I know we're supposed to write wishes, but I want to show this to you. You know what? Let's just look at, show me Pegasus. Let's look at Pegasus. This is Pegasus here in the United States. Ugh, it's one straight hair in the United States. Whoa. This is what it's built in. That's it. The United States was going to, I'm going to grab this. just got to clear my hands a little bit. We saw that, and we developed a counter Pegasus program. Something. Show me that. Oh, this just feels so big. It like dwarfs. There are no challenges. And it counters that. Okay. Ten of Cups, Republican Party, mob family, mobsters, the family. Ten of Cups. The Page of Wands, and news and instructions. The Hierophant. This is, you guys, the Hierophant. This is crypto. That rogue virtual nation that those guys are trying to create. We're on that. What is behind here? Three of Pentacles. We're able to hear their discussions about crypto, their plans, the family. This is our counter Pegasus. Here's Pegasus in the U.S. You guys, the Seven of Swords. Remember President Biden kept showing as the Seven of Swords? It's because of Pegasus crap, you guys. What we're going to steal, what we're going to do, look at that Page of Wands. By those a-holes conspiring, the Three of Cups, and talking with their plan, Ace of Swords, and how they just beat everything up, have the upper hand wherever they go. This is what their secret sauce is. It's Pegasus, okay? So Pegasus here in the United States, I just got Clarence Thomas and our justices. Pegasus is in our courts and our justices. They've been set up. The Five of Pentacles, the challenge. Pegasus is the Five of Pentacles. They don't know who is in out. It picks up too much. Oh, they can't cover up J6. They can't cover up J6. Because as it operates, we have the Queen of Wands. This is what we're trying to free ourselves from. Putin's rule of law, whatever. The leadership of another nation. Because that is founded on money opportunities, the Ace of Pentacles. And how agencies and peoples and networks take action. The Two of Swords. And they are able to separate themselves from like being caught, separate themselves from evidence, separate themselves from others and take advantage of them. This is Pegasus in the US, okay? But we developed a counter thing. There's a crypt we're able to pick up on. So this is our counter thing to them. We've got the Fool and the Queen of Swords. Hello. Book 'em. We are done. They're caught. This is why I never see, like Merrick Garland, his job was over in June, July. He's only blinked with Judge Luce Cannon, and he was enraged about what happened with the next documents in POTUS. So, our counter Pegasus. We've got you. We've got the information. We got it from overseas. And wow, everything we have is so strong. We have immense strength from that. And there's a lot of Russia in it. Russia's the one with China who is kind of dispersing Pegasus everywhere to take over everything, okay? There you go, the Ten of Wands. When I tell you the 10 Wands, 10 Swords is the asymmetrical warfare on the U.S. and the world. This is built on the 10 of Wands. How they make all of their plans and all the leaders, the final product and what they do with their plans. Oh my gosh. And this is based on the Lovers card. The Lovers. The agreements that these traders have with another nation, and the Nine of Cups, the mob, the transnational, organized, international criminal organizations. So our counter Pegasus thing hits this with this, the Four of Swords. That is however it works. The software, the digital, the cloud, the I don't know. But this attacks that. We have a way to attack that. It attacks this. The mercenaries and the people who use this and make deals come together and deliver goods. And it attacks the Temperance card, how they are blending their opportunities and like reselling things, smuggling things, trafficking things. What things are making out of that? This is going to lead to the Star. The Star. We not only do we have indictments, but there is a star target. This is going to lead to, hi Ginny. This is going to lead to all those people here in the U.S. and around the world who affect timing and do the things that they do. They release news and distract us when they do because they've got this going on. We've got the Intercepts, the Page of Cups. We know who they all are. I feel like this is done and set. It's all set up, you guys. It's all set up. For entertainment purposes only. Okay, so I don't want to write too much more. This is really about our balance. I just need like a generalized. You know, let's get a pretty card. Nope. I'm told let's get the oracle card. Show me an oracle card. What do we need? So you guys, if you want to do your own wishes on your own, this is the card I'm being guided to for us as a community, things to focus on, okay? Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky. Angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you now. Oh, the sage. Remember, this one was yesterday. This was Navalny. He's doing okay, you guys. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. So, we're looking for inspiration for this new moon Aquarius, this community. Stag, trust and thrive. I want to trust that everything will be okay. And I want to thrive. I want goodness to thrive. Accountability to thrive. Our new world and Mother Earth and her beasts to thrive. What do we have to say here? Stag, trust, and thrive. We have oops. Nope. Where are you? What? I wish they just would put it all alphabetical, but they divide this into 4 different... Okay, here we go. Stag, trust and thrive. Oh, protection guardian. She's right there. Here you go, you guys. This new moon Aquarius. Come alive and thrive. I want to come alive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. The Stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In the Celtic tradition, the stag, with his own crown of antlers, is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection in challenging times. In Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for stags and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items, such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. Although the stag has been hunted in the past and still is, he has strength, dignity, and poise. When this card arises, it can also represent fertility and sexuality, maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side with your spiritual integrity supporting you on that journey. There is an extended message. It says, you have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This in turn will give you even more power to thrive. Onwards and upwards. We're moving on, you guys. This is such a perfect note to end this, and I am going to be keeping this card out here on my desk. She's so pretty too. Got it, you guys? We're here to thrive. Connie B, that is a true message. Yep, and it's for all of you guys. I specifically asked this community because you guys are such, wonderful ambassadors for the greater good in our world. Look at that. So I'm going to end it here. You can keep working away. Just please, 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 easy on the body, easy on expectations, one step at a time, okay? We're still a new baby. Babies can't run. It's been almost a year. We're still at the crawling. Maybe we're cruising and hanging on to tables and walking around. We are pacing ourselves. We get tired when we move around like that, okay? So, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your generous donations. Thank you, moderators. Thank you all. We are entering a new world. This is being put behind us, okay? Aloha, Marie. Thank you. Thank you, Blossom. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Vegan Aries. Yes, Dr. Nancy. I love that stag. Thank you. Bye, Electra. Thank you, Mountain Dancer. Marie. Patty, Holly, Charlie, Sandra, Ruthie, Michelle. Thank you. Have a good night. Happy birthday.